What are the expectations you have for marriage, for yourself, maybe for your children? And have you heard this where I want my child to be done with college or to have a good job. I want the person they marry to have all these things in place. I want you to think about this. What if that's the wrong goal? What if that's the wrong aim, if you will? As we raise our children, there's actually a critical goal that we need to be focusing on. One of those is, or the goal is, are they champions for Christ? This was found in research from George Barna, that if our children are actually focused on God, which means they're also focused outside themselves, the chances of success is much higher. Now, if you also think of other pieces of that success, being able to marry and stay married and grow that marriage, it's actually not in do you have money in the bank and have you finished your college degree. Those are important, but that's not it. Let me tell you a little piece of my story. When I met my wife, I was actually working on my doctoral work, so I have a track record of that, but I was actually kind of barely employed. I was in and out of hospitals. I was walking with a cane, and doctors were telling me that I would never work again. They were very pessimistic about my future. I didn't quite know why I was still doing my doctoral work. Things did not look well. Yet, 10 months after I met her, we were standing at the altar getting married. How all this list of kind of priorities and expectations about marriage, how did all those get put to the side? It's because of who we were. Two people coming together and the priorities. Some of the keys as to how you do this well, research from Shanti Feldon and others, is you don't live together before marriage. That sex stays reserved for marriage. It's not something you do outside of marriage. Are you involved in a local church? How involved? Actually, I don't mean attending. I mean involved in a local church. Are you serving other people? And can you get employed and stay employed? This really matters. How involved are you in God's Word? Those things are way more important than have they finished college and have money in the bank. And I want you to think through that as you think about the expectations you have for your own children, and also what you might expect for yourself or those that you're teaching, leading. If it's interesting, some of the correlations between if your son or daughter starts dating younger, they have an earlier sexual experience. If we actually think through that ahead of time and set that up to where we're not going to play those games, especially middle school, and really honestly not even high school, let's set them up to succeed. How? By pushing that as far off as possible, and there's not a certain time or date, but let's set them up to succeed. The most important piece of that puzzle is, where's their heart? Is it God's? Where's their service? Or is it themselves? So I hope this helps. Hope this bless you. My name is Dr. Corey Gilbert. Talk to you soon. Are you interested in diving deeper into understanding about your marriage and growing as a couple and as a family? I have a free Facebook group that I would love to invite you to. It's facebook.com/groups/thehealthymarriage. The Healthy Marriage. In there, we're actually building videos for like this one, teaching conversations. The goal is for you to be able to have a place to actually ask questions, to wrestle and get solid, biblical, healthy, good answers about where you're at and what you're struggling with. So I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll join in the conversation, and I'd love to serve you in that Facebook group. So facebook.com/groups/thehealthymarriage.